Do you like it? You want to keep it?
Yes.
I think you like it more than anybody else does.
Yes.
So what's in the box? You get dividers and the seat cushions. You get these 3 pieces attached in this. You get the mounting hardware with the U-bolts. You get all of these other fasteners and whatnots, and a couple of latches. Man, it's so nice to have my lungs back. I've been sick. I've had that stupid respiratory crap that's been going around. I've been excited about doing the review for this Kimpex. I told you it was coming up next. Next is now.
Brian's Mobile One.
Why am I excited? This is not sponsored. I had to pay for this thing. Paid 300 bucks hesitantly, and then I sat on it for a while because literally you can be a seat, but no, I had it sitting in a box because I was afraid to drill the holes in it. So the grommet nut on this one, if you reach up between the box and the muffler, you can feel if it's turning or not. You'll know pretty quick if it's going to require a wrench or something. If it's spinning but not coming up. This one's coming up really, really easy. So in my case, pulling the rack off is one of the best things to do. It just gives you a lot more control. You know, measure, mark, check, all in one step. That's 12. Counting crows. You can count to 3. If you have more than 3 people go into the woods and you leave one behind, they'll go back into the woods when you leave and you can pop them. Grandpa told me a story about that. So easy, no rust. You can see that there's some blue Loctite on these. It would be a good idea to reset those with some blue Loctite. Well, I tell you, I am so tired. I was up till 4 in the morning, got up at 8. I'm not recommending that. So you tip it back. And then how do you keep them scratching it? I don't know. It's like pencil shavings. There we go. 2 hands, that's how. I'm a hot mess. Trust me, if I can do this, you guys are gonna be just fine. This takes a lot of the thinking out of it. So rattle it back and forth, make sure you're centered. You take these. Dude, here's the whole video right there. So you want this inboard because you've got a lot of support that you want to have close to where these sides are. Drill the holes, throw the bolts in, drill the next one, throw the bolts, the U-bolt in, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to be here, and I'm going to be here. And that just perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. In fact, I'm going to run mine just right up to the edge there. I love it. Man, does that look neutered. Looks like a naked frog. A 1/4 inch is what I'm going to try. There's a rubber grommet that fits to these to weatherproof it. So there's where I'm going to be right there. I've measured this and locked it out. When I put this on the bar, it looks like it's going to be holding on right about where the end of the threads are. So I found the end of the threads by securing one in the middle and then going in and out until I was in the middle on the other side. I came up with 33.18. When I go to the outside here, it's over 41. My point is, when you're drilling through here, your holes can be wide or not, and I think they engineered for that. So these are at 45. They kind of land in the middle. If you hit in the middle, you'll probably be fine. I don't want to stretch my grommets to where they leak on the sides, but I'm being over fussy, I think. Just bringing these things to your awareness so you worry too much like I do. All right, we've way overanalyzed this. Now let's just get to it. This is the scary part, and we're about done. And getting those first 2 in and having it in this position really takes a lot of stress out of this. This rack was so easy to pull off. It took no time at all. plastic drills super easy too. It doesn't walk, jump, it's just, man, everything's copacetic. This 1/4 inch bit stays in that oval really well too. Not a lot of instructions, they just pretty much figure you'll figure it out. And with a lot of machines you kind of have to, but bam, that's done. I'll throw this back on now. Hardest part's doing this without scratching anything. That's going to be buried under this box the rest of its life. Nobody's going to see it anyway. Would do again. Take a screw, put a washer in it, run it through there. Alright, that's in there. Good clamp. Seems like that would be workable. Boy, it does not hurt at all having this marked on the top and reassuring that this is the skinny end up. It's not as heavy as you would think it'd be. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, so we do the rubber. Look at how good this is, man. So you got your rubber grommet, it's holding your thing in. Do this with a smooth bevel up. And then put your wing nut to here. These are not nylock, but you can do blue Loctite or something on them. And you gotta have your U-bolts point up inside because you gotta have the curve for the curved bar. Man, even the wing nuts there are just brutal. All right, well, let's see how tight it is. The whole thing's rock solid with one of them. I love the placement of this because it's got shelter for the most part because it's right by that. This one just seems like it's kind of in the middle of everything, but the whole area that I have to work with is that way. So there's drains. If you want to leave those out, you can drain it or put them in for dust. Keep the dust out, that's my main concern. So you can see I've got the little kick out recline thing that makes it more comfortable. So make sure that your hole's not blocked. Poke the hole in the plastic for it. Get one of these started. So these longer screws accommodate that bottom sticking out the way that it does. So on these, I finally did get them to go, kind of. I had to like push down really hard, like up in this to get it to rock this way. Like seriously, I can't get any progress unless I push down real hard right here. If I do that, it sucks. It hurts my fingers. I mean, I'm a mechanic. I got some rough, tough hands. Some good calluses, and this is killing. Especially the repetition of it. It sucks. Ugh. Look at that. I mean, I'm giving her all I got, and it's just barely going. It's not going to come out, probably. So these, the lever goes up, so it's pointing up, pulls out. Goes in between, put the lever back down. After you get this together, you gotta set it in the sun and let it shape. Time for latches. So the way these pins work is it doesn't go into the other side. You can use pliers across the outside or tap it in the way they do. You see it's flopping on the end. And you tap it. And now it's locked in. Yeah, everything's not broken yet. So that concludes the install. I expected the bottoms to part and the drilling to be hard and that to be the hardest part of it. In reality, the hardest part was putting in the stupid bolts in this. I thought that would go really slick and easy. That was the hardest part, like knowing that you got to push down here, and that has to do with how this was warped in, you know, packaging or shipping or whatever. Taking the rack off, ridiculously easy on this particular four-wheeler. Putting the U-bolts in and drilling the holes, so stinking easy. This thing's great for carrying 2 people, and especially if you want to carry this dog or my little kid. These two love it more than anything. All you have to do is say, okay. Before we had this on there, like he wouldn't sit on the back or sit on the rack for anything, and now that that's on there, his bony butt just sits right on this big thick pad, and it's thicker in the front, so it gives him something to grab onto. Just like dragging your butt on the carpet. He doesn't do that. He's a good dog. But they can use their hips to hold on. You don't have any hands, do you? So these handles aren't much help for him, but my daughter loves the handles. He's like, quit talking, let's go.